Yo, what's good, peeps? It's 3PFD. Just shooting this blog here to give a little bit of behind the scenes of what I'm doing with the YouTube channel and kind of coming back to music and battles a little bit. So some of you who've maybe been subscribed for a little bit might have seen all of a sudden, oh, he's posting videos again, or I've got notifications that this subscription that has been kind of down for a while is up, or some of you who are follow me on Facebook or Instagram or different places might see the same thing, like he hasn't really been active, or he hasn't been active when it comes to music and battles, and now he's doing this. So my purpose of this is to really kind of give some of the why behind it, what I'm looking to do, just to kind of give, whether you're new audience, returning audience, what you're looking for here, and encourage you to share this video with people who have similar interests or are looking for some similar content. So I'd say if you don't like this channel, definitely like, subscribe. If you're on YouTube, turn on those notifications so you make sure you get notified when I drop new content. But I'll tell you a little bit about, what we're trying to do here and what everything's going to be. So, and the reason I'm shooting this in portrait mode, not landscape, is because I'm going to cut some of this up into YouTube shorts too. So I want to make sure it's short ready for that. But really what's got me active again is a couple different things. So one thing you have seen, if you've been following, I am making a return to battle rap. I haven't done a rap battle. I think my last one was 2019. And that was really just even a one-off. I hadn't really been active since early 2016. 2017 was really the last time I was active. So it's been about 7 years. It had been something I've wanted to do for a while, but just wanted it to be right. I felt like in 2019 the battle that I did was just not quite right, and it's no shade on any one person. It was just a combination of atmosphere, opponent. I just felt like my opponent really didn't want to battle me or thought I was going to take a approach to it. So if you haven't seen 3PFD versus Banger, I think it's on No Chill Battle League. They uploaded it too. But I felt like he thought I was going to take approaches to that battle that I didn't take regarding like his faith, and I knew some of the same people he went to church with, and that wasn't what I was trying to do. I was just trying to make a good battle. I was thinking like, dude, come say whatever to me, talk about the streets, talk about you gonna shoot me, stab me, whatever, it's battle rap. And so I was a little disappointed by that, and I get where he's coming from, and I'm not hating on him. I mean, he seems like a cool dude from the little bit I met him, but it just, long story short, it didn't go the way I wanted it to. And also the crowd was very dead. It had been at the end of a night. I think it went down at like 1 in the morning, and it was right after a round of a dude that spit like 20 minutes and really lost the crowd just because he had so much material. So I think it was a little bit of a dead crowd. And also I didn't do my part to really work it. I kind of had some stuff that was insular reference to like my battle career that people weren't familiar with there. So I say all that to say that battle just did not go the way I wanted it to. And I felt like, I want to have another good battle, but I want it to be right place, right opponent, right time. And also I had stepped away just to deal with some personal issues and some life issues, related to wrestling with anxiety, kind of getting my own personal finances and job in line. So that's why I had stepped away from the music side and the battle side for a little bit, because I wasn't battle-wise. I wasn't at the point where I was like a paid artist or I was on with it or whatever. And, we can get into that discussion too a little bit. But there's definitely, looking back, things I could have done differently as an artist. So that's I feel like that could be a whole podcast episode. So I'm hoping to just drop some quick ones in here. But since we're about 4 minutes in, before I get into more details and drop blogs, I want to kind of share what you're going to see on this channel going forward, which was the point I should have started with this. Is number one, you're going to see content related to my comeback battle, and if I do any other battles, 3PFD battle rap, whether that's concept battles like slap battles, stellar fusion, vice versa virtue type stuff, or traditional battles, you're going to see I'm going to be sharing a lot of my old music that hadn't really gotten a run, and kind of sharing some behind the scenes of it, like what was my inspiration behind this track, maybe some fun stories from the studio. So sharing a lot of different stories, and then just overall sharing stories of my time in music, what's I'm hoping to see going forward. And then also a lot of my content is just going to be funny and quirky, because I'm a funny and quirky guy, and I don't think that always came out before in my battles, even my music. I think I tried to maintain a certain image or whatever. And, while I will still have serious stuff and still try to, be serious and have bars and whatnot, I'm also going to be funny. I'm going to be quirky, and we're going to have some fun. So some of it might just be random goofiness too, related to the music and the battles and the culture. So that's what I'm going to cover. And then, of course, faith is going to be part of it. I am a follower of Jesus. I love God, and I'm going to talk about that in my music, my battles, and in life in general. So that's kind of what you're going to see here, just to get an idea of it all. So that's a summary. I think I'll share a little bit kind of what's led up to this and, where we're at going forward. So first I'll say going forward, outside of this comeback battle May 4th, I really don't know what's next. I'm just seeking God and trusting as I do these steps that there may be something next. There may not be. And here's the thing. There's already been just me coming back and sharing some of my testimony, sharing my story about mental health, encouraging people. There's already been ways that, I've been able to encourage people and minister to people and provide good content for people. So whatever comes this, and build some new relationships too, which has been cool. So shout out to the, people I've connected with. So I think I say all that to say, I'm trying to be different this time and just really being thankful for the little things I have. So if you're watching, especially if you've watched to this point, thank you for rocking with me. If you're seeing this on a short later, thank you for tuning in. My hope is that you have a blessed day, and that God loves you, and that you were created in his image. He sent his son to die for us so we can have that relationship, and that's behind what I do. So I want to encourage you with that. But regardless of where you're at, whether you're a believer or not, or questioning about God, I want you to feel loved and encouraged and upbeat when you hear this channel. And I want you to hear good hip-hop content. I mean, at the heart of it, I like bars. So a lot of what I'm going to be breaking down is some of my writing, because I feel like I'm an artist that, I say a lot that can go over heads, and I do that intentionally. I try to write a lot of wordplay in songs and in battles, obviously, that I feel gets missed, and I like to break it down and tell stories. So I'm going to tell some of my stories behind the bars, maybe do some clips where I show stuff from past battles or this coming battle of breaking down my bars and showing that. Might do some interviews with people on here from different walks of life. So, definitely let me know if there's stuff you want to see too. I definitely am open to ideas with it too, but I just wanted to give y'all some behind the scenes. And like I said, I'll be cutting this up into different clips of what we're going to see. So we talked about the comeback battle, with Bishop Rez and Overflow, which I'm going to talk a little bit about Overflow in a second. We talked about bars. We're also going to see some past music. So I know one thing I didn't do well as an artist before is really push my music and work my songs the way that I should have. My boy Sparks, if he's watching this, will probably nod in agreement, because he's done a great job in helping artists really push a song and work it. So I'm going to be working my music out there, getting it to people. The way I figure is, if you haven't heard it, it's new to you. So some of you may have heard it and it may be revisiting it, but some of you, it might be brand new to, if you're new to the channel or you haven't heard that specific song or album from me. So either way, I want to give y'all something positive and uplifting and godly to rock to. So I definitely want to do that. So we're going to be sharing music. I'm going to be sharing behind the music with it. And then also, I wanted to talk about Overflow Rap Battle League that I've been rocking with. So Overflow, if you're not familiar with it, is a battle league. It was started by Christians, really to be a place for, clean, profanity-free content, but also, good battles. And it was a place designed for Christians who, love Jesus and, love their faith, but also love battle rap, to hone their craft and figure out, how as a Christian can I keep it clean, not cuss, not address like a lot of violence and sexual topics, that the culture traditionally addresses, but how can I still create bars in a way that's genuine to who I am as a believer and to my value system, but still be impactful in battles. And also, it was designed to be a training ground too, because, obviously if you're saying, oh, I love Jesus and I battle rap, there's people who are going to take advantage. I mean, trust me, I know, I was in this culture. There's people who are going, take advantage of the stereotypes, the misdeeds of the church, which certainly need to be addressed in different ways. perceptions, all kind of things, and go at you in your faith. So with that, you know, sometimes as people, you know, we're emotional beings at the core of it. We can get riled up, we can get offended, we can get, you know, in our feelings about stuff, guilty, myself. So Overflow was created, I say all that to say, to be a training ground to really help guys have a place to battle and hone their skills before going out into that atmosphere where it can be among brothers and sisters who can encourage them. So, you know, it's designed really to be a training ground, but it's also designed to be community events too, something that you can bring like your youth center to, something that you can bring your youth group to, you can bring your community group to, you know, boys and girls clubs that you're mentoring. You can bring them to different organizations, whether you're Christian or not. It's positive entertainment and you can bring them. So that's really an overview of Overflow. This event we have coming up, the Passover on May 4th in Connecticut. Definitely want y'all to check that out. I'll be battling the Bishop, aka Bishop Rez. I think that should be a good battle. He's got a strong delivery. He's got a, you know, big fan base there, and he's definitely really honed his skill in that arena. And there is a little bit of past history between us related to a former opponent and friend of mine. So there's going to be some talk about that too. But yeah, and I'm also going to get to share some of my story in this. So anyway, if you've made it this far, appreciate you. Thank you. Just wanted to talk to you a little bit and also give some more content that I can cut up into shorts to share. So what this channel is going to be all about, it's going to be sharing my upcoming battle, any future battles if I decide to do them, sharing some behind the scenes on past battles, sharing some music, whether it's old music that we're running back or new music. And again, you know, if you haven't heard it, it's new to you, so we're going to be running it back. And also just some funny, quirky stuff as well. So that's what the channel's going to be about. I'm 3PFD. God loves you. God bless. Have a great day.